to Pisces Tarot, and I am your host, Mimi the Lightseer. Your business is my business. Today, we will dive into your business with a timeless relationship reading, which means it could be platonic, professional, or romantic. In this session, we will explore the overall energy of your reading, obtain cosmic insights to identify the topics, spill the tea on the energies involved, uncover the positives and the negatives while revealing the lessons that you need to learn, and suggest actions for healings and the best possible outcomes. Remember, this is a general reading, and you have found it when this message is needed. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, using pronouns for storytelling purposes. Lastly, please like, rate, subscribe, and comment. Let me know how this message is connecting with you. And without further ado, let's get into your business. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Pisces Tarot. Yes, it is in the middle of the night. It's not even 1 a.m. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Welcome to Pisces Tarot, y'all. Hey, everybody, welcome. Belinda the Bouncer. Belinda the Bouncer is here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Pisces Tarot. I am your host. I am Mimi the Lightseer. Over here at Pisces Tarot, your business is my business. And ooh, child, we're gonna get into somebody's business. Listen, good morning. Gotta get into this business. We gotta get into this business, okay? Hey, welcome, Tiara. Welcome. This morning we are live across YouTube as well as TikTok. Okay, so good morning. First things first, welcoming all of my guppies. Okay, welcoming all my guppies, my friends on the graveyard shift, those of you who just might have got in from the club but don't know what you want to do, or those who just can't sleep because you used to being up, whatever your situation is. Welcome. Most importantly, good evening or afternoon to all of my folks that are international. Okay, we do have a unique presence over here at Pisces Tarot. So wherever you are in the world, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever is whatever. Okay, whatever is whatever. Hello to you, my dears. Welcome. If you are new to Pisces Tarot, go ahead and put a star in the chat. If you are a returning guest, please go ahead and put a fish in the chat. We love to welcome all of our folks that are here to Mimi's house. This is a conversation. There's no judgment here. So welcome. Get ready for this interactive experience, y'all. Okay, I talk to you, so please talk back to me. Most importantly, before we jump in, let me clarify how I do my readings. Okay, first and foremost, I share cosmic insights with you, things that spirit may have given me that leads up to your reading. The second thing I do is an overall energy reading, and then I will jump into the tarot reading to clarify. Okay, so again, welcome to all my newbies. Welcome. I appreciate you stopping by. And I'm not going to hold us up this morning. All right. I'm not going to hold us up this morning. If you are ready to get into this reading, go ahead and find the clapping hands emoji, because we need to go ahead and just jump right into this. Okay. Shall we? Here we go. So it was Saturday yesterday, and I was in the bed most of the day yesterday. Now I know y'all probably like, that has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Hey, Chloe. And so it's cold over here on my feet. I spent most of the day in the bed because my sleeping patterns are off right now. And so, Monette, good morning. Welcome. I was thinking and internalizing some things. And God just dropped in my spirit because I woke up again in the middle of the night and I was just like, you know, look, I got my people, 1 star, don't recommend shirt on, right? So that tells you enough, right? But he said, how can you learn to trust and to accept? I said, here we go again with this again. How can you learn how to trust and accept? Let me ask you a question. How many of you are dealing with something in your life right now where you are honestly struggling to trust and accept? Raise your hand in the chat. If you are struggling with learning how to trust and accept, raise your hand in the chat. Trust and accept. Trust and accept. Or do you think you got it all together? I think a lot of times we have a skewed perspective of what we can actually control in our lives. And if you are a returning Guppy to Pisces Tarot, this is something we've been talking about, for like 3 weeks now. We've been talking about various things, learning how to be okay with not being okay, learning how to trust what we don't understand, learning how to, just calm down, meditate, all those things, right? We've been talking about a lot of these things. But now it's getting thick. Learning how to trust and accept. Okay, trust and accept. We have to learn how to be grateful, first of all, for every single moment that we're going through, whether it's good or bad. And it's hard to be grateful for the things that is getting on your last freaking nerves. It is difficult, to be grateful for the hard things in life. And many of us are dealing with some true hard things in life. But we have also desensitized by osmosis, having empathy and compassion for ourselves, because the world keeps telling you, suck it up, buttercup. Get over it. That's life.
Denied.
And the reality is, while these circumstances may be a part of life, that does not desensitize nor neutralize my response to how this is making me feel. And in that moment, how do you learn how to trust and accept what is happening to you when you do not understand why or how this is even happening to you? Have you ever been there before where you felt that feeling before? And it's just like, okay, I am literally doing the best that I can. Put your hand up in the chat if you've been there before. If you feel like you are absolutely, positively, undeniably doing the absolute best that you can possibly do, raise your hand in the chat. I feel like I am. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like I am. So here goes something that's gonna really get you. And I want y'all to give an honest answer in the chat. Who told you that you were really doing your best? Was it you? Okay. Mobetta said myself. Stephanie said me. Candace said nobody. Okay, welcome back, Candace. I am doing the best that I can with everything I have going on, what I have, Josh says. Yeah. I believe we all are sincerely trying to do the best that you can with what you have, honestly. That was a trick question, right? But also, I feel as though is third party validation important at times? Is receiving validation from other people and recognition from other people important at times? And for me, the answer is yes. And I'll tell you why. Josh says no. But I'll tell you why it is important sometimes. Because sometimes compliments go a long way. It ain't sometimes. Compliments go a long way. If it's a true compliment, it goes a long way. Sometimes when other people recognize your strengths, that builds you up to be a better version of yourself because somebody else is recognizing that they see you. You don't feel invisible. You feel like a person that has feelings and emotions. And when other people recognize, even if they're just saying you're doing a great job, I thank you for that. I thank you for that. I'll tell you, I don't know why this just came to me, but I'll share this with you. I had an experience where I was at the nail salon. And I was there with my mother and my son. Now, this particular nail salon does not allow children in the nail salon because it's packed, okay? This is a huge nail salon. There are over 60 pedicure bowls and chairs. There's people everywhere, okay? So I completely understand why they disallow children to come in the salon. But my mother was in town, and this is a very good salon. Like, you go to this, I promise you, you have never had a pedicure like this a day in your life. All these other people, I'm telling y'all, been playing with your feet. Hey, BB, welcome back. These other people play with your feet, okay? But this particular nail salon, they go in and nicks and crevices. They pull skin out. You could have just had a pedicure yesterday. They are going to pull all that dead skin out of your feet and your toes. You're going to feel like a baby, okay? So I took my son, who is the athlete. Most of you guys know my son plays 3 different sports. And so I took my son with me to the nail salon on this day. I promise y'all I'm going somewhere. I took my son with me because obviously I couldn't leave him anywhere just for us to go get a pedicure. It take us a whole hour to get a pedicure, okay? So that tells you they take their time. That tells you about the quality of the experience. And so this guy, I don't know who this guy was, but I know that the Lord has been working on me, okay? Because at first there was my chair, a person here, and then the chair to the other side of that person where my mom was going to sit. My son sat in a chair across from us. So when this lady here got done, he came over there and I said, "Oh, you want to sit by us?" He said, "Yes." Now I can imagine it made him feel uncomfortable. You know, he's a young man, right? He don't know these people sitting around him. So whatever, ain't a big deal. So y'all know this man said to me, unvolunteered, not a hi, how are you, not a soft warm. This man said to me, "Is that your only son?" And I said, "Yes." He told me something. "I can tell." What about this experience? Hey, Temperance. What about this experience made you feel like you could tell? What can you tell about me? And I'm going to be honest with y'all. In that instance, I knew that that was like a backhanded comment that I did not want to dive deeper into because it was mean-spirited and trying to prove something. But all in that instance, it proved to me was that you have mommy issues. Because that has nothing to do with me. You know nothing about my son. You know nothing about me. You know nothing. And you came up with this whole narrative in your head about how you can tell. How can you tell what? That he is loved? That he is cared for? How can you tell that he got a daddy that's very present in his life? What can you tell? What can you tell? You can't tell me nothing. My son is a straight A gifted and talented student. I just told y'all he plays 3 different sports. What can you tell? Can you tell that I'm tired? Can you tell that I'm doing the best that I can do? Did you know that his daddy is doing the best that he can do? Like what could you tell? So that's why I said sometimes if it comes from a genuine place of recognition, that it can help you. Because sometimes you do need that validation to say, you know what, girl, you know what, sir, you are doing a really good job. And I see you. I see you. So often, many people walk through life feeling invisible. And when people feel seen, they feel received. An authentic connection that is genuine goes a long way. How many of y'all can tell when somebody being fake? Raise your hand in the chat when you could tell somebody being fake. Raise your hand in the chat if you could tell when somebody's being fake. Nobody likes to be around somebody that's fake. Nobody. Nobody likes that. But when a connection is real and it's genuine and it's sincere, it means something. So, the premise of this reading is about learning how to trust and accept authenticity, as well as trusting and accepting when something is not a fit for you. Okay? Letting go of what's not serving you. I know y'all ain't ready for that one. But it's a challenge that all of us go through. Nobody has perfected what that looks like. Hey, Zakira, welcome back. So if y'all ready to get into this reading about trusting and accepting authenticity and disconnecting when things are no longer serving you, I want you to put the drums in the chat. Here we go. Trust, accept, being authentic. Somebody probably says, why does this matter, Mimi? Because it affects the integrity of your relationships with people. That's why. Many of you are physically and emotionally exhausted. Like, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the tiredness. I know I just slept. Just told y'all I slept all day. Made myself ill in the middle of the day. I don't know how I did that, but I did. And all I could do was just lay in the bed. But I'm feeling like the mental exhaustion of people. I feel the energy. Time machine. Time machine. I honestly feel with this card, the immediate response or reaction that I have to that is that many of you are in a space and in a predicament where you wish you can go back. You wish you can go back and change and undo. You feel like you lost a lot of time, valuable time. There's a feeling of frustration. Not knowing how to persevere, not knowing how to move forward, not knowing how to oh, look at that. We have a clown in the room. Everybody sees Aiden McNary. You see how this person is in here deciding that he wants to come in here and try to call me out my name and identify the fact that I'm a black person? What a clown. That says more about him than it does about me. Thank you, Belinda. Now, I mean, he's gone now, but I hope that's not his real name. You know, people got to be careful when you come on the internet and you do things like that. People do seek that. Now, I don't agree with this, but there are people who deliberately set their intentions on going and looking up people and sending emails to people's corporate offices to seek to get people fired. I'm not that person. I don't have that kind of time. But there are people who do that. And I have seen where it happened. So if you don't know that people do that, people do that. Aiden. All right, here we go. What is the truth that we need to hear right now for our soul's journey? The truth that we need to hear right now for our soul's journey. See, I just told y'all. You got to know when stuff ain't about you. And don't sign up to ascribe to it. And his hatred has nothing to do with me. Like Mobetta said, and I do agree with that. How people treat you is not your business. But how you treat them is your business. I'm not giving anybody space to take me out of my grace, my elegance. I know who I am. You can call me that all you want to. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So somebody is coming to accept honesty, whether it be through conversation or just be revisiting yourself. I just don't understand why people spend so much of their time, their valuable life, setting their intentions on being malicious. I don't get it. But whatever. It's your life. You can do what you want to do with it. When it's over, I'm sure you'll regret wasting so much time being so ugly to people. Some people just wasn't loved enough as children. Comparison. Okay? Comparison. Some of you are struggling with the spirit of comparison right now. You're looking at other people and what they have and what they don't have. And you're comparing yourself instead of accepting and recognizing who you are. Which is also why you're struggling with accepting with time. You want to go back in time. Now, for those of you who are new to the Pisces Tarot experience, this is our soul whisper. This is the only time you'll ever see me read from a book. And it is because I like the way that they simply tell their story or set the tone for our reading. Also, if you're new to Pisces Tarot, for some reason or another, when I get on here, my nose want to do a drip drip. And I don't understand why. Every time I do a reading, I get this little drip drip. But if you see me tapping my nose, I'm not sick. I simply have a drip drip. All right, here we go. Motivate. Motivate with a star. Stars represent faith, peace, illumination, compassion. They also represent spirituality. Motivate. Now I know that's back here in the book because I've seen it back here in the book. Another thing that you should know is that they don't put this book in order. So sometimes I have to look for what I'm looking for. Motivate. Never give up on a dream just because all of the time it will take to accomplishment. The time will pass away. Folks, are we not talking about time already? Looking at time, getting the most out of the time, feeling like you've gotten value out of your time. Wanting to go back in time, okay? Never give up on a dream just because of all the time it will take to accomplishment. The time will pass away. Motivation is often enough to keep the initial spark of an idea burning brightly. Over time, it is common for the flame to become a little bit dimmer as it is replaced with the reality of a difficult challenge. Suddenly, the idea that you were so keen before becomes too hard, and you find yourself making excuses. The key ingredient of working hand in hand with motivation is consistency. It is common to get bursts of motivation, but they often give way to the monotony of the daily grind. Is that not what I just told y'all in my insights? About how sometimes you need to get that third party validation to let you know to keep going, keep doing you. You're seen, you're being felt, you're being received. Raise your hand in the chat if you heard me say that, because I know I said it. Raise your hand in the chat if you heard me say that. During the initial phase of excitement, be sure to develop habits that will assist in the working towards your goal and to help you push through any slumps along the way. All humans have motivations to achieve something. The differentiating factor between those who do and those who do not is the measure of consistent actions that they have taken towards it. So today you're being inspired to inspire, stimulate, excite, and invigorate. Okay? So that's where we are with this. Now, as I said, before I pull another card, I want to reiterate. Some of you are struggling with time. You feel like you lost time. You're comparing yourself with others. You're trying to create excuses for why you are where you are instead of trusting and accepting and being honest with yourself that you are doing the best that you can do right now with what you have. It is what it is, right? Because at any given moment, We all have free will. And if we don't like something, we can change it. Whatever you don't change, you choose. And the reality is, it's a saying that people have. And it grinds my ears every time people say it to people or about people. And I always remind them, if that was not a situation that somebody wanted to be privy to or a part of, they would change it. Hey, Belinda, welcome back. Okay, they would change it. So you can choose. A lot of times we elect to be a victim of circumstance because you have children, because you're married, because of your job, because of your finances, you know, whatever those things are. People elect to stay in situations that are unhealthy for them. But remember, whatever you choose is what you make a decision to accept. And I know some people are going to be offended by what I just said, but if you think about what I just said, you will understand the validity of what I said. These are all choices that we choose to make. Serious. You don't want to see it, you don't want to believe it, but it's the truth. You have the right to change whatever you don't want to deal with anymore. Seriously. Every time you show up, you make a conscious decision that this is what you choose to do. I have a friend of mine who always complains about their job. Been there forever. And every time they complain and they finish complaining and I finish listening, I say, yes, but every day that you get up and put on that uniform, you choose to be there. You say, I agree to be in part of these circumstances and conditions. If you didn't, you wouldn't continue to work there, right? That's just an oversimplification of what I'm saying, but it's an illustration of what I am referring to, okay? So you have to take power of choices. If you are getting to a place where you're looking at time and you're feeling bad about the time that you spent somewhere, it's time for you to start revisiting the ideas of what it is that you want to do and why you want to do it. We all have free will. We do. Now, cosmic insight. There may be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn involved, okay? This could be a third party in a relationship, or it can be an influencing person in your life right now or to somebody else. Some of y'all need to delete your social media accounts, specifically Instagram. I feel like some people are struggling with accepting and trusting their life because of what they're seeing on Instagram. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got an Instagram account. I probably check it once a week. And I'm not on there looking at what people talking about. I'm looking at animals. I follow all the animals. Y'all, I saw a gorilla had to have an emergency C-section. And I was like, wow, this is so much like the human process. I was so fascinated with it. I think the new baby's name is Jamila or something like that. The new baby, the gorilla. Yeah. I think her name is Jamila. Lust, greed, bareback, inconsiderate. So you may be dealing with somebody that's lustful right now. Okay? They're greedy. Bareback and inconsiderate. Yeah, Belinda said, I've been thinking about deleting mine too and cleaning it up. Yeah, I did. I can't. Because the thing that you'll understand, and I mean, my guppies know, I've been in the industry before, and I don't have Facebook either. I haven't been on Facebook in over 10 years. But I will tell you that me being a person in the industry and seeing how people in the industry struggle, but then they get on Facebook and Instagram creating these lies and narratives, I just can't. So the stuff that many people are sitting there envying, it's not even accurate. You know, it's not even accurate. It's not even truthful. My nose is itching, y'all. Sorry. I told y'all that happens. All right, now, what is the tea? Good morning, Richard. Welcome back. Belinda, you said that you're in Atlanta, right? All right, what is the tea? What is the tea? What is the tea? All right, somebody may be having money problems. Okay? Somebody may be having money problems. It's a whole lot of that going on right now. What lies beneath all of this? Hey, Evelyn, welcome. Message me on TikTok whenever you get a chance. What lies beneath all of this? Getting played, manipulation, lies, control. Somebody's getting played. Very interesting. So there are puppet strings on the human's hand, not the toy, but the human's hands. Can y'all see that? Probably not. The lighting is poor. But let me get my pointer. There are strings right here. Y'all see those strings? Okay. When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? Right? I got an idea of where this is going. Cold shoulder, breakup, distance, separation. Okay. Cold shoulder, breakup, distance, separation. I got to figure out what's going on with my lighting up in here. My lighting has been off. And I don't know why. I gotta figure that out. All right, what is the true emotion behind all of this? What is the true emotion behind all of this? I actually like the dark setting. No strings. So somebody didn't want a commitment. That's what I'm getting. Somebody didn't want a commitment. What is the yin and yang, the true emotion here? The yin and yang, the true emotion here. Mars, hot, passion, lust. That's the second time that it came up today. Anger, attraction, vitality, and action. So this is heavy masculine energy. Okay, heavy masculine energy. All right. This is my true crime deck. And if anything too gruesome comes out, I will skip it. What is the true crime here? What is the true crime here? Whoop. Spouse and partner came out, followed by affair and money. Wow. Spouse, partner, affair, and money. 3 back to back. A part of me want to just keep this just for giggles because I saw it. But the true crime here is meeting. Okay? There's a meeting going on. I'm going to keep these just for giggles. I feel like it definitely has something to go with the story. Y'all, my arm's so sore. I told y'all I've been asleep most of the day. I was asleep like this. Now my arm is like weak feeling. Oh, gosh. All right. So, we have an earth sign involved, a third party earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Somebody is dealing with financial issues, cold shoulder, breakup, distance, separation, got heavy masculine energy, dealing with passion, lust, and anger, attraction, vitality, and action. The other person involved in this situation is dealing with lust, greed, bareback, inconsiderate. They feel like they've been getting plagued with manipulation, lies, and control. There are no strings attached, and there's something going on with the meeting. Okay, we also got here for giggles, or shiggles as we call them. Spouse, partner, affairs, and money. My neighbor must be drunk. Why he driving slow like that? Cruising down the street. He got to be. He driving like he's scared. What in the world going on? Sorry, y'all. I be worried about my little brother across the street. That's why I'm looking. All right, here we go. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. Y'all ready to find out whose energy this is? Hey, Blunt. Y'all ready to figure out whose business we about to get into? If you ready to figure out whose business is this, let me see. I am the neighborhood watch. I am so the neighborhood watch. I told y'all I saw them people breaking in them folks' car one morning. I was sitting here finishing up my live and I done caught a robbery in action. Got them on tape and everything. Yeah, I am the neighborhood watch. I am. I really am the neighborhood watch. Anyway, if y'all ready to get into this business, let me see them drums in the chat. Let's figure out whose business is this. Whose business is this? Whose business is this? Whose business is this? Whose business is this? I feel like somebody found some information out, and that's what's necessitating the frustration of feeling like you've wasted a lot of time. I definitely feel like this is a third party situation, and I feel as though now that you found out about this third party, I feel like you're comparing yourself to this other person instead of being honest with yourself. And this has something to do with money, an affair, another spouse. I mean, the cards is talking. They speaking in English. All right, here we go. Person A. Told y'all. Here we go. Earth sign. Lies, lies, lies. Air sign. I'm messing with Evelyn. All right, for real. Air sign. Okay. Well, actually, no, it's not. Okay, I was thinking. Okay. It's the air sign. Okay, so this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, you're coming in right now as the Magician upright. Action, creation, manifestation, power, self-confidence, clarity, willpower, skill, and creativity. Okay. So right now you're trying to. I know I was messing with you when I said that. Air signs. You are definitely trying to make good of something right now. Hey, Diane, welcome back. You're trying to make good of something. The person that you could be dealing with is a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius coming in reverse as the Emperor. Okay. They are domineering, controlling, lack of discipline, rigid, stubborn, tyrant, and reckless. Okay. So what I'm picking up is that this air sign definitely has been in a third party situation with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. I feel as though there may have been a breakup in the relationship. Okay. And now I'm telling you guys all of this before I pull the tarot. Okay. But I definitely feel as though there was a breakup in their initial relationship with this third party earth sign, in which they may have started to entertain the thought of being with another person just to try to like clear their head. I feel as though they may have had some money issues going on, like things were just not right. And so in a way to help preserve themselves, they were trying to step into their masculine energy. So this is definitely masculine energy here. I told y'all that when I saw that Mars card. But they're definitely stepping into this masculine energy here of doing what I've been telling you guys for weeks now men tend to do when they're hurt. They tend to act out sexually to like conceal their true feelings and emotions. And I feel as though they have been just doing what they know how to do. So they've been taken out with aggression and anger and frustration with that. And I feel as though this poor fire sign didn't stand a chance. They met this person. This person told them they didn't want no strings attached. This was a very lustful situation. They feel like they've been getting played in this situation. Because I feel like now the truth is starting to come out. You know that this person is either legally married to somebody else, that they've been having an affair with you, and something about money is going on here. And this is why you, whichever way you fall, I got to figure that out. You guys are looking like you wasted a lot of time in this situation. You got to be honest with yourself. You're comparing yourself to other people. And you got to realize that in this instance, you've been doing the best that you can do with what you have. But you can do better. Okay? But you can do better. All right. If y'all ready to get into this, let me see these magnifying glasses. Whose business is this? Now remember, as we reflect upon these energies, it's important to understand that we're talking about Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. Okay? So, the energy can be reversed. Okay? I'm just telling the story. All right? If y'all ready to get into this reading, let me see the magnifying glasses. Let's go.
I should have followed my own. I should have followed my own intuition. I should have followed my own. I knew it. I should have followed my own. 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 Willing.
Not clocking my tea every day. Sorry guys, I guess I'm sleepy again. All right, here we go. What is going on with air and fire? Air and fire. Excuse me, guys. Okay. Air signs. You're coming in right now with the Strength card. Now, what's interesting is the fact that Y'all. Mm. How messy y'all want to get tonight? How messy do y'all want to get tonight? Do y'all want the truth or y'all want the surface level truth? Y'all tell me how messy y'all want to get tonight. Y'all like truth. All right, here we go.
It's all right, Mama.
So, help me, Jesus. Okay, here we go. You know, sometimes when people get into marriages, and you know, sometimes when people are in said marriages, they realize that this is not what they thought they were getting into. I mean, skip a marriage, it can be a relationship, right? You get into these situations that once you're in them, you like, now why did I do that? But you stuck. Remember what we talked about, whatever you don't change, you choose. And so I feel strongly that this person, this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, married their divine connection. So this is a permanent connection. Okay, this is a true divine connection. There is a poise about this woman that is unmatched. Okay, she is strong, she is mighty, she's courageous. Like, she knows how to tame the tiger that is within this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And with this woman being here, she has definitely made this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius a better person. Okay, she has made him a better person. She knows how to tell him to shut up, sit down. She knows how to tell him, not bossing him around or emasculating this person, but she knows how to speak to him in ways that nobody else can speak to him. So even though there may be some type of breakup in the relationship, this woman has an effect on him that is not easily solvable or removable, in other words. You understand what I'm saying? So the connection here is going to always be, or the preference is always going to lean to this person, not just because this is his wife, but like this is his partner. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is his divine partner that was selected from him from the foundations of the universe. Okay. She built this man. I feel like they may have had a long knowing. Like they may have grown up together, but she definitely built this man. Now, ladies, y'all know what I mean by when you build a man, you got to give them some professional development. She built this man. Okay. Now, the fire sign here coming in with this 9 of Cups in reverse. My fire signs are very much so upset right now because no strings. My fire signs right now are upset because whatever has been happening in the duration of this relationship, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I'm just going to be brutally honest, okay?
Ain't many women's allow their husbands hoe to lay up in their house.
Now, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. What started out with the intention of being just a pure sexual arrangement And y'all understand English enough to know what that means. What started out as that, I feel as though over time, and this is why I don't recommend these types of relationships and exchanges. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like them, and here's why. You get involved in them with the intent of getting your feelings or your needs met, but they have a shelf life. Okay, they absolutely have a shelf life. And now that time, frequency, consistency, all of those things start to play a part, women don't know how to turn off emotions and filters. So you start getting in the mindset that this is going to become more than what it is, because men don't know how to just keep it transactional. What I mean by that is, y'all want to send text talking about how's your day. You don't really care. You don't really care. You want to come over here and be cooking dinner with the person and, you know, just all of that nonsense. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's mixed signaling. It's mixed signaling. And it creates fog. It creates lack of clarity. You don't know if you're going or coming. So I feel like what happened was these fire signs got involved in this situation with the impression or understanding that things could grow into something else. And now they're finding out that no, it's not going to grow into something. It's not going to mature into anything else. Okay. There's a no strings involved situation. It's just lust. And now they feel like they're getting played. And in their present energy, they're upset about that right now. Okay. They're absolutely upset about that right now. And really, to be truthful, as you should. Hello. Who said I was giving away my cookies for free? Good, happy birthday, Noah. Now, yeah. So this is craziness. Okay, this is absolute craziness right now. Now, the positives in this is the Sun card. All right. The person recognizes that in this instance, with this fire sign, they have found happiness. They have found some type of joy. There is some fulfillment here for them with friendship. This person brings them peace. But remember, this is just something casual. This is just something to do. Okay? Fire sign was not aware that they were wearing a label called STD. You just something to do. They didn't recognize that. They didn't even know that they were just an option over here. A space filler. Okay. This was predicated all upon a friendship and just giving this person space and an outlet to think. And now that you're wanting something more, they're not willing to give that to you. They're not willing. Excuse me, y'all. I don't know why my throat is itching. I'm trying to scratch my throat before I speak. I'm sorry, y'all. Now, I don't know why I'm coughing. Perhaps there's a conversation that needs to be had that y'all don't really want to have. Evelyn, no, I'm over here trying to keep my throat is itching right now. But I do feel like this was needed for both of you. And I know you guys don't want to hear that, right? Because everything happens for a reason. This is about you trusting and accepting, right? Now, there was good things to come out of this, okay? But the consequence is this flow of life, okay? This was never designed to be anything permanent. And I keep saying that, but I want you guys to hear that. You have 3 major arcanas on this board, 2 of which are coming into positive and negative situations. When we talk about major arcana and tarot, we're talking about major life influences. Things that can have long-term consequences and repercussions if not dealt with appropriately. So when we're talking about a third-party situation with somebody who is married, okay, this can have a long-term situation, especially considering this person is already with somebody who they really want to be with. It's not you, fire signs. It's not you. They see you as a friend. Excuse me. Now, the consequence here is that they will go back to their wives. I'm going to tell you that now. They will go back to their wives. But the situation with you, unfortunately, while it was very disappointing for you to be in this, the point is that it was necessary for this to happen because this needed to also mature this man. He needed to grow through some things. This also has something to do with his lack of awareness and how he truly felt about his wife, the value that was there with his wife. I'm going to be honest with you. The day that this person decided to leave, to go back, leave their wife, they honestly were just talking cash money. Okay, they were. They were upset. Hey, Divine, welcome. They were upset. I'm going to be honest with you. They didn't intend on things getting to this level. Okay? They were not. It was an argument. That happens in marriages all the time. It was an argument. It was a disagreement and got out of hand. One thing led to another, and now they separated. Okay? Hey, Rochelle, welcome. That happens. Okay? That happens. And so in this instance, I feel like the wife is standing on business because she's like, you know what? You ain't going to be talking to me like you done lost your damn mind.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Okay? Now, while that doesn't make it any better, okay, because we do have this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here, it doesn't make it any better. But guess what? She ain't going nowhere either. She ain't going nowhere either. She done moved on with her life for whatever period of time that this been going on. And she just like,
you done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
Okay? So she's standing on business. That's why this card is coming up here as a consequence. I agree. So Belinda says that doesn't mean you run to another woman or a man. And that's absolutely true. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying in this instance, that's what needed to happen. Because there was a lack of maturity. There was a lack of motivation. This person started to take this other person for granted. That's what I'm telling you. And now that they done had to have time away, they realize anything else they get with is only going to be a replica of what they already got. Anything else is just lust. And this poor fire sign is like, I feel like I've been manipulated. I feel like I've been getting played. You been lying to me, trying to control the narrative. You knew you didn't have no intentions for me. In the long run, you married. You got me in an affair that I didn't even ask to be in. This ain't my business. Y'all okay out there? Just want to make sure we in your business. You okay? Now, I just fainted. What this is trying to teach you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you had to go through a mental clarity, awakening. With that Five of Pentacles, you had to go through an awakening, a mental awakening. You sitting over here trying to bully your wife into doing things for you. She said, all right, mother, I'm going to show you better than I can tell you.
You put some time.
You see? You want to walk around here and talk smack about me? You want to be coming out the side of your neck? Go on out there. Figure out what's going on in the world. See what's going on in the world. You think you can do better than me? Be my guest. I ain't mad.
I am sick. I am sick of your shit. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. I am sick and tired.
She said, all right, go. You think you can do better? Go. And let's be honest, every relationship gets to this point. Let's not be fake, phony, and fraudulent, sitting over here thinking that everybody got their man or their woman on lock. Nobody does. It sounds like that for the first 2-3 weeks. After that, I'm sick of you. That's why your right eye bigger than your left eye. You know, you start picking out the flaws in people. Y'all over there acting like I'm making it up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So the point is that this person needed to get out and go find out what life was like. Again, I told y'all in the beginning, this person definitely been with this person for a long time. And they honestly are just going through the motions just to prove a point. But what point? Hey, Marissa, welcome back. What point are they proving? You trying to prove what, sir?
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
You trying to prove that you can move on? You did, but you're not happy. Now, this is an oversimplification, but let's be honest. You could have filet mignon, but you settling for Chick-fil-A. What is happening here? Now, I'm not trying to diminish or berate or belittle anybody, but I wanted to quantify the difference between what you got and what you're getting. And the poor little fire sign involved in this is over here trying to compete with Ruth Chris filet mignon, not understanding they to drive through a Chick-fil-A.
Stop it. What?
Okay. So I hate this for this fire sign. And this is why they're sitting back and looking at time. This is also why Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is sitting back looking at time. They probably waking up like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Laying up in the bed, now that they're hormones done calmed down, the endorphins done got released and all this other stuff. Sitting over here looking at the person in the bed. Now this just low down. Looking at the person in the bed, irritated because now they want to touch you and you don't want them touching you. Y'all know what that feel like?
You're ugly, you're skinny, you shape funny.
Y'all understand? They don't want to be there with you. What you need to do to heal right now is with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You got to start opening your mouth, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You got to start opening your mouth. You got to start coming forward and saying something. You're going to have to tuck your tail in between your legs and go take yourself back home to your wife. Time is up. You done been outside. You done played these games. You done did these things. It's time for you to go back home. Because you're getting pressure from this fire sign. And they're not giving in. They're invested now. Because you couldn't even keep the lines clear. You muddied the waters. And now you don't want to be responsible for your doings? You got to be responsible. And the question is, are you going to go back and tell your wife the truth? I'm just saying. So now that you've gotten a chance to sit down somewhere, calm down, have a break, do you be outside having unprotected intercourse with all these other people? Thank you, Damon. Are you going to tell your wife what you've been doing? Juan said, nope. Look, Juan over here like, man, it is what it is. But the thing is, y'all don't want to believe the truth that she already know anyway. She know you. Okay? She know you. Now, the Fool. I definitely feel like you're going to take a leap of faith. I feel like, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you get to the point to where you realize that this is not serving you. And the reality is this. How would you feel to know that your wife was outside doing her thing too?
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
How would you feel if she was outside enjoying her best life? Getting some new experiences with some new people. Joe said, not my wife. Seriously. I mean, I'm just saying, put the shoe on the other foot. Okay? I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying, put the shoe on the other foot. Okay? I mean, you never know how things happen. You know, you outside doing you, let her do her. Let her get some fun in the sun. Now, I definitely feel like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is definitely going to make a run for it. They're going to run back home. That's for sure. I definitely see that. I definitely see them getting to the point to realizing how stressful it is. It's cheaper to keep her. You got money and investments over there. Over here, this fire sign is asking for too much. You got to wine and dine. You got to maintain. It's possible. Lamont said, what if it's the wife doing those things and not the husband? It's possible. Remember, I said energy is just transferable. I'm just reading the energy. I'm just telling the story, you know. It might be two wives, you know, whatever the situation is. Take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. But it is possible. That's a great question. Okay. It's a whole lot of lust here. A whole lot of lust. And honest to God, I think that could be the realization that needed to happen. You finally waking up and realizing, what if my wife out here doing this stuff? So, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you're definitely in a space of thinking about how to improve your situation. You want to go back, you're thinking about it. You're definitely setting the vision to set the tone for what you want and what you don't want out of the situation. Okay? You're definitely in a space of understanding that you were not innocent in all of this. Okay? Definitely realizing that you were not innocent in all of this. But also coming back correct. You're coming back correct.
I want to apologize.
Thank you, Barbs, for my gifts. You're definitely coming back correct. It's like, no, ain't nothing gonna hold me back this time. I made a vow that I was gonna be with you. I was out of pocket. I was talking smack. And I realized that that was wrong of me to do that.
I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is.
So there it is. You admitting, I've been out there in these streets. I know what's going on out there. Ain't nothing out there that's helping me. Ain't nothing out there making me the man that you have made me to be. I'm just out here spending my money, getting caught up in stuff that I ain't trying to be in. I met good people. That's how he gonna say, I met good people. But is you telling the part about how you was out here earling everybody? Okay, you at the bar, earling the girl, the bartender. What you doing after this? For those who don't know, Earl is the plumber. Earl is the playboy. Earl be dropping it off. But you are deciding, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that you want to go back to where you're happy, where you're comfortable. You want to go back home. Whatever issues you had with your wife, you now are realizing that it ain't nothing that we can't fix. We done been together all this time. We done went through all these things all this time. We done been through the ups and the downs, the joys. See, both of y'all needed to get out there and see. It's a hard knock life. The grass always green on the other side. Everybody want to be single until it's time to be single. You got to deal with some single people bullshit. I got a whole bunch of friends that got men. Wonderful men. Not perfect men, but they're wonderful men. And they always want to be out here for the streets. And see, I'm that friend. Then, Joe, I'm not talking to you. I have friends who are always outside doing things, you know, being malicious, you know, and just being open, right? And so the one thing that I am always telling them is when they're venting, while I understand their frustration, and they always be threatening about going out here and getting for the streets, I'm like, do you really want these problems? Let me remind you what's out here in these streets. Let me remind you what's really out here, what's really good, what's really going on. And let me help you to understand. It's not worth it. Because the same issues you running from over here, you're going to find over here. I'm just telling you, it's not worth it.
Get that stuff out of here. I told you this is a hen party. Don't try to sneak apple juice to my hen party.
Okay? I'm just telling you, that's what's out here. Now, the Two of Pentacles is here. Fire sign is not about to sit up here and allow you to it gets complicated. Even though Gemini, Libra, Aquarius wants to go back to their marriage, their partnership, they still trying to keep this fire sign on the side. And they're going to drop the ball with that. It's not manageable. It's not sustainable. Okay? It's definitely not sustainable. This fire sign here is not going for it. They're not going for it. They're not trying to be in no affair. They're not trying to do none of this. They're not trying to do none of that. And rightfully so. They got some self-esteem. They got some pride. It's bad enough I've been in this all this time with you and not knowing that you were still going to, you know how y'all do. I'm going through a divorce. I mean, while you not lying, you ain't telling the truth either.
He ain't lying.
You still over here trying to figure out what you're going to do. What your next move is. You still might be sliding at home, stretching out your wife, and then going back to wherever you stand at, your apartment, your hotel room, whatever. So it gets to be very unsustainable for this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius to maintain their situation with this fire sign. But they keep trying their best. And lo and behold, that's where this affair is coming from with this spouse and partner. The Hangman. Poor Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is going to have to make some real tough decisions on how to move forward. You're going to have to come clean. You're going to have to tell your wife the truth. You're going to have to tell this other girl the truth.
How you doing?
You're going to have to be honest. You're going to have a conversation you ain't ready to have. And don't be sitting up here trying to be a coward about it and back out.
Illness.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You over here, every time you keep getting up saying, I'm going to tell this girl the truth, you go over there. Y'all over here playing Rocket League with your bodies. And you forget what you came over here for.
I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't.
You can't do that. You can't do that. That gets to be out of control. And you need to take a step back. And you need to reflect on how your actions is affecting everybody else. Just because you're confused, sir, doesn't mean you have to make everybody else confused with you. Thank you. People deserve more. People deserve better. And you got to tell the truth. Okay. I'm going to close this out because I feel like it's self-explanatory. It's time for you to be honest. Now, this is the potential outcome. And I say potential final outcome because everybody has free will. We talked about that. Okay? I can't predict what people will do. I can only tell you what I see energetically wise. Everybody can change it. I feel like you definitely are going to give up on this. When I say give up on this, I mean you're going to give up on trying to stay out of the marriage. I feel like you're going to go back to your wife. I feel like you're definitely going to go back to the wife. I hate that for the fire sign because they have wasted so much time here. And had you really been honest to begin with, I think that would have changed the trajectory of the relationship to begin with. Now, again, there's a lot going on here that you don't know about. So I'll be definitely careful if I were you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is definitely pointing back to, this is feminine energy. And I do think that a lot of the things that you end up sharing with your partner once you do decide to go back, I do feel like it's going to be a little bit overwhelming for them. But I do feel like the partner is going to still be loyal, you know, confidant. I think they're willing to work through it. They're not going to be happy about it. Okay. But they're willing to work through it. I also feel like now that they've had the opportunity to go out and have some fun of their own, I think they've come to the same conclusion. I'd rather stick with what I got than start all over again with something else. So this space was necessary. This space was divine timing. It needed to happen. I'm not saying you needed to go out and be sowing your royal oats all across the town. That ain't what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is that this was necessary. This was necessary. We got the Strength card again. He came out here. It's back here. This is making you better. You didn't know that you needed this. This was an innocence here, still here. But you transformed into a different person. You're probably more focused, more dedicated, more committed to the relationship or the marriage more now than ever. Okay? But you definitely have gotten to the point where you have come to that conclusion. This is a good thing for you. And I do feel like this fire sign is going to be left disappointed. Okay? They're definitely going to be left disappointed. Yep. They're disappointed. They thought that they was going to have a new beginning. And now they don't. Now they don't. And now they won't. So I definitely want to thank you guys for tuning into the Pisces Tarot Experience. If you enjoyed this reading, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Mimi Lightseer. When you join the community, you're able to get all the readings. Again, TikTok is still on chopping block for next month. So if you follow me over there, you can still be in the loop with the family and to get all the content. Also, if you ever miss a reading, you'll have the opportunity to go back and to watch the readings that you have missed. Okay. Thank you to everybody who joined. All right. We had over 1,000 people to join in the middle of the night. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you to my new 6 followers. And thank you to my 4 gifters. I really do appreciate it. If you are interested in doing a personal reading with me, I am booking. My books are booked though right now through January. So I strongly suggest that you go ahead and book your readings with me now, because my calendar could be possibly full. And that's good for me. Good for you. Good for the people that's getting their information, right? Again, your support does mean a lot to me, so I really do appreciate you taking your time, talent, and treasure to spend the evening or night with me in the middle of the night. I know it's not easy being up in the middle of the night, but hey, we all up together. You could be anywhere in the world, but we here together, all right? So with that being said, I want y'all to have a good night's sleep. Continue to enjoy your shift. Excuse me. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.